Hey guys, Hill Country Hands homesteading here. So this is going to be our first major purchase for off-grid type survival type self-reliance purposes, I guess you could say. We went ahead and bought a GoLabs R300 portable power station. It is got 300 watts, I believe, and it runs for 299 watt hours. We went ahead and bought this because we did have that ice storm coming, so we wanted to grab a few things, and it was on sale on Amazon for $100 off, which it may still be, so go check that out. But it's $100 off. It looks a lot like the Jackeries, but it's seems to be way less expensive. Some of the things that I looked at that I did like about it is it does have like pass-through charging. It does have 3 different types of charging as well. 3 different types of charging, I think. You can plug in, your AC, your DC, also your USB, and it's got that 60 watt like rapid USB charging on it. I believe it's called like PD60, I believe, the PD60 watt. So you can charge it from there. It spec wise, so yeah, it has the LiFePO4 battery, lithium iron phosphate. It's a 12 volt, obviously. The capacity, like I said, is 299 watt hours. It's rated at 300 watts. It's got all the outputs there. I believe it's regulated to the 13 something volts. DC output 10 amps, and then it does have, like I said, that Type C to PD60W. It's an input and output, and then of course your AC output is 600 watts. So we went ahead and got that. I'm not a big unboxing kind of person, so there you go. So that's what we purchased. It's a pretty cool little system. It is not very big at all. It's pretty small compared, I feel like, to some of the things that you could get out there. Going on a little bit. Comparison size, if you want to look at a Yeti, this is a Yeti mug, a standard Yeti mug. It's got my coffee in it. You can see it's really not much bigger. I mean, that's pretty compact there. You can see the fan side, the light side. I mean, look at it. It's pretty compact, which is kind of nice. We didn't want anything huge right now. Get my coffee out of the way. We didn't want anything huge right now, but it looks like it would work pretty good for what we need. As far as some of the features on it, so power on off. Actually, you got to hold that down. I think it's 3 seconds. You hold that down, it powers it on. So it has your battery percentage, which is kind of nice. I believe it goes in 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, so you don't have like the micro adjustment in it. How many hours you're running something, and then what watts are going in and out. So if you turn the AC on, you just click it, turn the AC on. Obviously, I've messed with it so far. What's funny is it goes from 99 hours to it's drawing a watt, I guess, and it's only going to run something for 36 hours, 35. It'll keep going down. Just having the AC on, so which is pretty interesting. Turn the AC back off, and then it goes back up to 99 hours whenever it's fully charged. So I just thought that was interesting. You can turn your DC on, so your USB and your DC 5.5 volts, your 12 volts on, and it doesn't pull anything. So obviously DC more efficient with a lithium iron phosphate battery. And then your input down at the bottom as well. I'm assuming, I don't know for sure, that you have to turn the DC on to turn this one on. I don't know if that's constantly live or not. I guess we could check that, but yeah, so those are your options on the front. Your plug, your AC there, power on. Looks like there's a fan on the side there, and then pass through to keep it nice and cool, and then your light on the back. Put your sunglasses on. So you got a bright, flashing, and like a strobe type thing, and then turn it off. So who knows? Let's see if that's on. It looks like you can run it for 99 hours with the light on. So yeah, we won't leave that on though. Okay, so with the light on, it'll still run for a long time with the light on. So if you just needed a light, there you go. Charging wise, it uses your standard wall charger. So you got a wall charger here with your little 5.5 plug in. So you plug it in there, and I'll go ahead and plug this in so you can see it. Pardon my mess. So plug that in. You saw the green light come on, and you can see it charges. It's actually pretty topped off, so there's no wattage going in. So there's not really much it's going to do. As far as other types of charging, you can use this PW 60 watt. It's an in and out. I do have one on order. Apparently it's supposed to be a fast charger. It goes double as what this is. I believe this is like 30 watts, and this one obviously is up to 60 watts of charging. So I do have that on order if for some reason we use it, we need like a quick charge or something. I feel like we could always put it in the truck that also has an inverter in it, start the truck up, and then just let that charge while it's in the truck. I did test it out with some things. I took my little 5.5 guy here, input output. So output, your DC output, turn that on. Let's see if you can see that or not. So we tested the output leads on that, and it was pretty good. So we had 12.2 volts going through there on the output for the DC side. So I'm not really big on the science electronic side of it, more of the, I guess you could say, the practical use of it. Hootech's the man when it comes to stuff like that. He does all that stuff really well. Charging wise, so like I said, you can charge with that input. It also comes with a car charging port, so you put that in, and obviously your 12 volt car charging. But what's really cool is it comes with MC4 connectors, so you can plug this in here and plug it straight from solar from there. And I believe, I'm not sure if it says on the back here, as far as your input, what's your max. I believe it just runs off of a 12 volt solar, or 12 volt, yeah, a 12 volt 100 watt solar panel is what it really is supposed to be charged on. So your standard, Renergy or Rich Solar or whatever, your 12 volt 100 watt solar panel, you can charge off that. I'm not sure how long that takes either. So like I said, we just got it. I haven't done any tests like that on it yet. We'll turn that off. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Eventually we'd like to get some solar panels to help charge it up. I wanted a minimum of like a 300 watt one, because doing the little test that I did you saw my little plugs before, our TV, modem, and routers, they are well less than the 300 watt area, and so we can actually run all of that stuff off of this little guy. So with kids, the entertaining kids in a power outage is pretty important, and so that's why we got at least the 300, because I feel like we could run that for a few hours at a time, and then maybe charge it in the truck or something while the truck's running, and then be able to utilize that. The other thing is we have in our truck the dual screen, back of the headrest deals that run off 12 volt, and we could actually plug that in here and run it off 12 volt here, and at least they could watch DVD movies and stuff like that if the power's out. So we'll have heat if the power goes out. We have that the Big Buddy propane, and I got 2 propane tanks, but it works really well. Like it heats it up inside the garage pretty quick, and this garage is it's small, but it's not insulated on the roof line at all. It's just insulated on the walls. So if we had that happen, then we would do that. But yeah, so that's the plan as far as a little power station, just in case we need something in the next few days. I do want to get some solar panels, probably a grid tie inverter, so just something basic like a little 1,000 watt just to mess around with, and then maybe standard like 2,000 watt inverter, just something that we can maybe do just whenever the lights go out, shut the main breaker off, and then use one of our sub panels, and then attach it to the sub panel there, so we can have just lights and stuff in the house. We're not going to be trying to run the AC or the heat or anything. but as long as we can run something in there like the lights, just to be able to see at night, besides the lanterns and the candles that we have, that would be good for the kids, just to see that it's a little more, not so crazy outside with all the rain and stuff like that. But yeah, so that's how we're gonna get started. If there is a guy that's doing a longer testing on it, it's Pat Dudd 1979, PATDUD 1979. He's doing a longer term review or long review on it. I believe he's doing some power testing and stuff like that. And I watched that this morning. Actually, he does a good job of that, so go check him out. But if you want to know more like of the specifics about it, for us it's just a practical thing. This is what we're going to use. So hope you guys enjoy it, and please like and subscribe. See ya.